Hello students, and welcome back to yet another class of English grammar. I'm sure you enjoyed these few days as well as you have done your midterm exams well. Now let's continue with a few more topics for this term. Today we are going to see kinds of sentences. We have two different kinds of sentences. Today we will deal with one kind. In the next class we'll go on to another kind. We have four basic kinds of sentences. You have the declarative, you have interrogative, you have imperative, and you have exclamatory sentences. Now let's see what each is. A declarative sentence is also called an assertive sentence. Declarative or assertive sentences state something. So they are also called statements. When you say something or you state something, you are using a declarative or an assertive sentence. All declarative and assertive sentences must have a full stop. So be careful of the punctuation. Now, the declarative or the assertive sentences can be affirmative or positive, like in sentence 1. I study in class 7. So when I say I study in class 7, it is a declarative affirmative sentence, or it is a declarative or an assertive affirmative sentence. Please don't say only affirmative, because interrogative can also be affirmative, imperative can also be affirmative. So you need to make, the name is the declarative, so either the declarative affirmative or assertive affirmative, and these sentences state something. So here it is affirmative or positive. This example shows you negative. When I have do not, whenever I have not in a sentence, it is negative. I do not study in class 17. 7 is a negative sentence. So declaratives can be positive and they can be negative also. The next kind of sentence is called the interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are sentences which ask questions. Therefore, these sentences must have a question mark. Now, this is a very common mistake that most of our students make. You forget to put the question mark. Now, you must have a question mark when it's a question. When will you come to Delhi? Interrogative. Do you like ice cream? Interrogative. So here these are interrogative sentences. Now, in sentence number 1, when will you come to Delhi? This is also called a WH question. Now, a WH question will expect you to give a reply. So when I say, when will you come to Delhi? You can say, I will come next month, or I am coming next week. So WH questions, the when, the where, the why, the who, what. Whenever you have a WH question, remember you have to give an answer to it. Now, do you like ice cream? This is called a yes or a no question. You can say yes, or you can say no, or you can say yes, I like ice cream, or you can say no, I do not like ice cream. So when you have a yes-no question, you can simply say yes, or you can say no. Whereas in a WH question, you cannot answer yes or no. Now there is one more kind of a question which is called the tag question. Now what is a tag? A tag is nothing but a bit of words which is attached to a main sentence. Your pet loves you. Now that's the main sentence. Doesn't it? This is the tag, or these words are attached to the main sentence, but since it is a question, it's called a question tag. It has a question mark. So remember, interrogative questions ask questions and they must have a question mark. The next kind of a sentence is the imperative sentences. The imperative sentences are sentences which are commands, orders, or even a request. So, obey your parents, it's a command or an order. Please make some coffee for me, it's a request. When I have a request, I will have the word please. If I say, please obey your parents, then this can become a request. And if I say, make some coffee for me, this request can become an order. So when I have the word please, remember it's a request. Imperative sentences also take the full stop. The last part is what we have as the exclamatory sentence. The exclamatory sentences are sentences which expresses emotions or feelings. So sometimes when you feel something, you want to express it. Therefore, these are exclamatory sentences, and they must have exclamatory marks. What a lovely idea it is. Now, here, even though it starts with a WH word, don't confuse it with your question, but it's an exclamatory sentence because you're exclaiming something. Or, how beautiful the present is. Now, here also, how beautiful the present is, you're exclaiming a feeling of joy, of happiness. Here also, you're experiencing or you're expressing a feeling of joy or happiness. So exclamatory sentences must have the exclamatory mark. Once again, declarative or assertive sentences, statements having a full stop, interrogative sentences asking questions, they must have a question mark. Imperative sentences are commands or requests, they also have full stops. Exclamatory sentences expressing emotions and feelings must have the exclamatory mark. You will do one exercise for homework, and I hope you have understood. Read your textbook also. Till then, take care.